Peace, family. This is Lions Den with another news and commentary. I'm doing an update of what happened yesterday evening in Chicago. When I reported it late last night of what happened in Chicago, when a female police officer, Chicago female police officer, shot a black man in the back, killing him. So I did a lot of research on the story now, and he was reported as a local barber named Snoop. Basically, everybody love him in that neighborhood. So here's more the story of what happened yesterday evening in Chicago. So I got this news clipping from WLS, which is an ABC affiliate in Chicago, and then I'm gonna go ahead and play this news video from them after I finish this article. So this is, like I said, this is from WLS in Chicago. It says a man was fatally shot Saturday evening by Chicago police in the South Shores neighborhood, sparking demonstration that result in 4 officers being injured from throwing rocks and bottles. At about 6:30 p.m., 3 or 4 officers on foot said the man saw 3 or 4 officers on foot, saw the man exhibiting characteristics of an armed person and went to question him, according to the tweet by CPD spokesman Anthony Giuliani. A confrontation then ensued, and the man was shot, he says. A weapon was recovered at the scene, Giuliani says. So this is what the police says now, and I'm getting more updates. I'm trying to get more updates, and said that the police did recover a gun. That's what the police says. So I'm reading what the media says on WLS in Chicago, and I'm gonna play a video as soon as I read this article. But I'm trying to do both sides because I don't want to be fair on one side. Well, you gotta, with Lions Den, he had a gun and blah, blah, blah. So what I'm doing right now is, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm trying to get more information because I just found that out last night. So now I finally found more information on a local news in Chicago, and so that we can have clearer picture of what really happened that yesterday evening. So I'm gonna continue on. The incident occurred near 71st Street and Clyde on the south side, where crowds gathered afterwards and at times scuffled with police. The crowd chanted "No justice, no peace." After hours of tension, the group became combative, and arrests were made after protests jumped on top of 2 squad cars, causing damages. During the Saturday night press conference, Fred Waller, a Chicago Police Department's chief of parole, says the man was swinging his hands and tried to make an escape when it appears that he was reached for his gun. When asked if the man had fired his weapon, he said, "Not that I know of." Okay. Witnesses says the man was shot several times. The victim was pronounced dead at Jackson Parks Hospital, fire official says. Witnesses Alan Davis said that the police saw the man's holster and asked him for his concealed carry permit. But when he reached for it, police shot him. So I'm going to stop right there. So let me get this right. We all know that he did have a gun. We all know that. But what we didn't know was he had a permit to carry that gun, or with a concealed carry permit. And then so the guy did ask him, "Let me see your concealed carry permit." When he reached for it, that's when police shot him. Wow. In a statement, the Civilian Officer of Police Accountability said it is committed to a thorough, objective, and unbiased investigation and requests the public's patience and cooperation. I'm going to continue reading this. Waller said the shooting occurred in an area where residents had asked for more foot patrol. Okay, inbound and outbound, and this is like I said, yesterday evening. I'm just continuing reading this. Inbound and outbound metro trains were not operating between Stony Island and South Chicago 93rd Street due to the incident, according to a 7 22 tweet from Metro. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What the situation was, and now it's confirmed now that, the man that known as Snoop, according to Chicago police, that he did had a gun on him. Basically, they said that, I guess the officers claimed that planned to pull out. I guess he was reaching for something. That's when the police officers opened fire. But this story is really questionable, because if that were the case, and the witness says that, or what they don't know is that he was licensed to carry that gun. I think also in the state of Illinois, you can have a carry concealed permit as well. You have a right to carry a gun as long as you have a permit on that gun, which the brother did. Obviously, once you say, because the officer, and you heard what the witness says, that the officer did ask him, "Let me see your ID for the carry permit." And when he pulled it out, when he pulled it out is when he shot and killed him. But others says that he was walking away, he was running away from the officer, and a female cop shot and killed him. So it's still two conflicting stories here. So what I will do right now is I'm gonna play some videos to to continue my commentary. So here's the first video, and this is from WLS TV 7 in Chicago, and they'll explain you the story, and then I'm gonna play the rest of the videos on the bottom of your screen here, and then I'm gonna finish the rest of my commentary. Here it is.
Update your floors with Empire Today's $50 room sale. Buy one room, get floors for all other rooms for just $50 each. There's no limit.
800-588-2300 Empire Today. Welcome back, everyone. We're continuing to follow that breaking news on Chicago's South Side tonight. There have been scuffles between protesters and police there after officers shot and killed a man tonight. And Eyewitness News reporter Will Jones is live for us at the scene near 71st and Clyde. Will, you said it was tense before. How is it now?
Ravi, this is still a very tense scene. It seems like the crowd is picking up steam right now. A lot of activity behind me. People are standing around, yelling at police, chanting at police. Protesters were getting into scuffles with police about 45 minutes ago, but that seems to have calmed down in the last 20 minutes. I want to show you some video from the scene when we first got here. We're just getting some new information from Chicago police about how this went down. They say officers on foot saw a man exhibiting characteristics of an armed person. Officers went up to question him, and that led to a confrontation. Investigators say the man was then shot and killed by police. The officers were not hurt. We just spoke to a woman who says she witnessed the shooting.
First, I thought it was firecrackers. And when I looked, the man was laying down on the ground, because I seen him when he was crossing the street. And then the shots rung out. I didn't know who they was shooting at, so I just ran for cover because I didn't know who was shooting. But it's the police that did the shooting. They shot that man 5 times because he had a holster. It was no gun.
We're hearing that Chicago police will have a news conference in the next hour, so we're standing by for that. We're going to carry that live on abc7chicago.com. But as you can see, the activity behind me, protesters are here. They're really upset about this deadly police-involved shooting.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it on the WLS Channel 7 in Chicago's version of the incident. Now, you heard what the last witness says, that he did have a holster, but there's no gun. See, we got 3 different conflicting stories. Now, the Chicago police version was, yeah, we saw him with a gun, and obviously the officer had no choice but to shoot him. That's the police version. Another witness says that, Snoop, whose people nickname him because he's one of the neighborhood barbers, another witness says that he ran away from the police. That's when a female police officer shot him in the back. And now this witness says that he has a holster, but there's no gun in that holster. And now you see later on, there's another 4 conflicting stories. The 4th one was that basically the officer did ask him because really he has a permit for the gun. He was licensed to carry that gun, by the way, and so the one of the witnesses saw the officer asked him, "Do you have a permit or a carrying permit ID?" And the guy said yes. So once he pulled, trying to show the officer his carry permit ID, that's when the officer shot and killed him. So it seems to me, ladies and gentlemen, that we have 4 conflicting stories. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play the officer's press conference of what happened with the shooting, and I'm going to continue play the incident itself, the protesters itself, and then because like I said, yesterday I played what happened when the protesters were upset and throwing bottles at police, and it was a near riot out there. So let me go ahead and play the press conference of what the Chicago police tells you of what happened yesterday evening. Here it is.
Head to the Southport Art Festival presented by Peapod July 14th and 15th. Great food, drinks, music, and artwork from hundreds of Chicago artists. Plus meet Peapod's next best winner, Lean Pastas, Cameron Grant, restaurateur Kevin Hickey, and Windy City Live's Ryan Cheverini. Visit Peapod.com and search Southport Art Festival for more info.
All right, good evening. I'm Chief Fred Waller, Chief of Patrol. I'll tell you about a tragic incident that happened today. This afternoon, some officers, as they were working a foot post, walking along 71st Street, saw a subject that they thought might have been armed from the bulge in around his waistband. After that, they approached the subject, who became combative. And as he became combative, flailing away, he broke free from the officers, and what they thought he appeared to be reaching for a weapon, which he did have a weapon on him, and the officers tragically shot this man. This police department gets no joy in these type of incidents. Police don't go out to these type of incidents. There's not something that they plan to do. It's just a tragic incident all the way around.
Did he have a concealed carry permit?
As we know right now, he did not.
What was the weapon?
It was some semi-automatic weapon. He also had some magazines on him.
What can you say about the crowds afterwards?
The crowds afterwards were very... They were combative somewhat to the police, also throwing things. I know that they're very passionate about things that happen in the community, especially when it's dealing with the police. But it got a little bit out of hand. Several arrests were made. Some squad cars were damaged and things like that. But other than that, some of the protesters very verbal in the things that they were doing, but police tried to remain calm. We did have several arrests.
What prompted the police to go across the line and go into the crowd? There's some video showing them chasing people down.
When they started throwing things, that's when the police tried to make an arrest. When they jumped on top of a squad car and damaged some of the squad cars, that's when they tried to make some arrests.
Were there officers injured?
Some officers were injured.
How many?
Approximately 3 or 4.
Do you know what type of injuries they sustained?
I believe there were minor injuries, cuts, things like that.
So how many officers were involved in the confrontation with the man? Can you tell us anything about the officers? Were there male officers, female officers?
It was a mixture of male and female officers. What's the other question?
So how many were there?
I believe it was 3 or 4 officers.
How many of them fired their weapons?
Just one. Just one fire.
What were the officers doing at the time?
They were working a foot post. We have a lot of different things that go on along 71st Street, and it's one of the areas that the community asked for more foot officers in that area.
You say he became combative. What exactly did this individual do?
When they approached him, he tried to push their hands away, started flailing and swinging away, trying to make his escape. And as he was making his escape, reached for his weapon.
What can you tell us about the officer that shot and killed the person?
I can't tell you really anything about it.
Male, female, how many years before, anything?
We'll get that for you.
Yeah, we'll get that later.
What's being done investigation-wise on this now?
As far as the shooting? The shooting was full scale, the same investigation that we do with all police shootings. COPA, of course, is going to be out there, so the full investigation.
Do you believe deadly force was justified?
Jane, he can't answer that. There's an investigation. Thanks,
Did he fire any shots?
Thank you. Guys, thank you.
Did he fire any shots?
Okay, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You just saw the police version of what happened. He says that the guy Snoop became combative. So yes, the guy Snoop became combative to the officer, and this is what they said, that that he was I think he was reached for his weapon because he had a holster on the side of his pants. He was reached for his weapon, and that's what officer shot and shot him. Now, and so the thing of it is that no officers were hurt. As I said, this is what the officers saying, that neither of the officers were hurt at the time, and basically it was really crazy. Now I'm gonna scroll down, and this is these are the protesters. Like I said yesterday, late last night, when I first report this. Late last night, we saw what happened in Chicago, that protesters were angry, outraged of the shooting. And so it was so bad there was a riot in the south side of Chicago. And I'm going to go ahead and play the protest, and then I'm going to continue playing the protest. Like I said, this is, and also witnesses. The video that y'all haven't seen last night, it's on WLS TV Chicago. So let's go back and play this incident, and then go from there. Here it is.
Head to the Southport Art Festival presented by Peapod July 14th and 15th. Great food, drinks, music, and artwork from hundreds of Chicago artists. Plus meet Peapod's next best winner, Lean Pasta's Cameron Grant, restaurateur Kevin Hickey, and Windy City Live's Ryan Cheverini. Visit peapod.com and search Southport Art Festival for more info.
These is about all these white police out of clear.
Okay, guys, what you just saw is when angry protesters and police officers were clashing in the south side of Chicago, and so there's more videos that I want you guys to see. So hold on for 1 second. Okay, everybody. There's two videos that I really didn't post last night. Of the incident. So here's one of the videos that you haven't seen, that is really, that the mainstream media may not even show you. So here's one of the videos right here, and this is from Will Jones from abc7 Chicago, filmed the entire thing. So here it is.
I wanted to go live back again because things are getting really tense here. If you haven't been following me here on Facebook, we're at the scene of a police-involved shooting at 71st and Clyde. Take a look at the activity here. These are people from the community. They are outraged right now about this police-involved shooting, so they are scuffling with police officers right now. So that is what you're looking at. I'm going to step away from this scene for my own safety. Just want to give you a look at this activity here. So if you're just joining me here, we're here at 71st and Clyde on the city's south side. Police are here. It's been a police-involved shooting. We're waiting for more information from police. We do know one person was shot. We don't know how that person is doing right now. And it is getting very tense here at the scene between officers here blocking the scene here, as well as people in the community. The crowd is becoming agitated. We spoke with some people. They're very upset about this police-involved shooting. We don't have any information from police beyond the fact that this was a police-involved shooting. We're hoping that they will update us shortly. We're going on the air at 8 o'clock tonight because of the Cubs game. I'm going to give you this activity. Things seem to have calmed down just a little bit from about 10 minutes ago.
Okay, well, there you have it. One reporter from WLS TV in Chicago just reported he was on the ground when protesters become intense after what happened early yesterday evening at a little around 8 p.m. local in Chicago time. It's just basically, it's really, really, really intense right now. And this video is the last video I'm gonna play that I'm gonna finish, and then I'm gonna go ahead and continue the rest of my commentary. But this is the video, another video that's been shot by the same reporter that people need to check out. So here he is.
Head to the Southport Art Festival presented by Peapod July 14th and 15th. Great food, drinks, music, and artwork from hundreds of Chicago artists. Plus meet Peapod's next best winner. Lean Pastas, Cameron Grant, restaurateur Kevin Hickey, and Windy City Live's Ryan Cheverini. Visit peapod.com and search Southport Art Festival for more info.
What you're looking at right now is the scene of the shooting. As you know, there are a lot of officers right now are around that scene that
good. How are you?
Shot and killed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
I have, on my report, I have never, as you can see, all the years that all the stuff that I've been reporting, I've never seen anything like this in my life. And just like I said, we're seeing 4 conflicting stories, the officer's version, a couple of witnesses' version of what happened. And like I said, and the thing of it is, what makes it even more sad is that we really don't know what really happened. We heard the officer's version that, Snoop did carry the gun. They saw the gun and he wanted to purchase it. He would pull it out, and that's when officers opened fire. Now, the witness that you just saw a couple of videos down she says that he did have a holster but no gun. Then another person says that, another witness says that the officer asked him, and I guess, the Snoop said he does have a permit to carry that gun. When officers asked him to see the permit, and when he just about to pull out, that's when officers shot and killed him. And then another conflicting story was that he ran away from a police officer, and a female police officer shot him in the back. So all these conflicting stories from police and witnesses is really confusing. We really don't know what really happened, but as far as I know is that a man is dead. Man is dead yesterday evening, and people are angry. They're intense. There was rioting in the south side of Chicago last night. You heard there's been dozens of arrests, and police officers were unharmed last night when the incident happened. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happened last night. Just like I said, that I decided to do an update on this so that the people could understand both sides of what happened in Chicago. But all I can say is that my thoughts and prayers goes to Snoop's family, and this is a tragedy. We both know. So one thing and another, we will find out what really happened, and hopefully this officer, Snoop's family will finally get justice for that female officer. As you know, they're not going to identify the female officer as of yet, but sooner or later they will identify her. So that's it for right now. But I will keep you posted on this story, definitely, if anything changes. So I will get and do another video on it. So there you have it. Let me know what you think. Share this video. Subscribe my YouTube channel. Subscribe my reaction channel. And subscribe my Black Junction channel for any news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions Den reporting, and I'll talk to you soon. Deuces.